came out to work on taking out the pumpkins because the pumpkins had powdery mildew, and then in the first frost they started to go really downhill, and I'm bummed because there are a lot of pumpkins still on the vine, but that's the way it goes. And so we didn't get any pumpkins this year except mini pumpkins, which is a real bummer. Let me show you what it looks like. So here's the pumpkins. I mean, there's some beautiful pumpkins in here. I even looked up recipes to see if you could cook unripe green pumpkins, but apparently that's a no-no. But you can see the frost damage. I mean, these were already damaged by powdery mildew, and now they are all starting to curl up from the frost. So it's time to pull out these vines and make way for some new winter vegetables. By the way, since these were damaged by powdery mildew, I'm not putting them in the compost. They're going into the green bin to go out to the curb. Okay, that's done. Now, I guess I'm gonna have to paint a stone. I guess I never painted a stone for cabbage. So let's go record what we did with cabbage and pumpkins and potatoes so that we have a record. Here we go. Here's my garden notebook. Here's my list of everything I've planted this year. And, well, not this year. This is the winter garden. In the space right below, I'm going to write pulled pumpkins, and planted cabbage 11/23/16. And then over here, I'm going to write what kind. This is cabbage, baby Napa, and the date. That's how I keep track of everything. We're on our way to Tomales Bay. Come along with us. Hi, it's Saturday and it's raining today, and I had all these things I was going to do outside today, but when it's raining, you do what you can and dodge the dodge the rain. It held off on our trip yesterday. It did not rain while we were in Marin County doing our walking and our oyster touring, which was a real blessing, but it's raining today and that's great. So I thought I'd just talk while we do our walkthrough. Yesterday was really fun. We had a great time. It was very interesting to learn all about how oysters are farmed, and how sustainable it is. There's a lot of farmed fish out there that's really not sustainable. The problem is that they cut down really important trees and mangroves and all sorts of things like that, and that's not good. But this is a sustainable farmed fish, oysters, in our Tomales Bay. And it was really fun to talk to George at Hog Island Oyster Company and learn all about the process. It was fascinating. We also got to spend some time outdoors. We got some cheese at Cowgirl Creamery. We couldn't make a cheese tour happen, which is too bad. And we had some great food in our birthday celebration, which was really fun. All food within, 100 miles of where we live, which is the goal, isn't it? Pretty cool. And speaking of food, let's take a look around the garden. There's some good greens happening here. I'll show you. Hold on. There's some nice looking chard coming up. It looks like I need to weed a little bit, and there's some cabbage and looks like maybe some kale. There might be broccoli and beets in here too. This is the place where I planted those seedlings and then something ate them, so I came in later and planted chard. So I'm not exactly sure everything that's in here. And the peas are looking good. Plenty of peas for our lunchtime salads and peas with hummus. Although the shelling peas are slower. And the weather is colder, so I expect that. I expect everything to take longer. Wow, look at that cool mushroom. That's pretty neat. So the peas are going to take a little longer in colder weather, but they sure do like this rain. Still got plenty of flowers in the pollinator garden. And the potatoes over here are doing well, and the garlic and the clover, it's looking nice over here. And then, let's see, I opened up all the covers today so that everything could get the rain. These are the onions. Also looking good, but look at this weed. Isn't this interesting? This is a weed that looks like an onion. Tricky. I think weeds are so smart. Okay, let's go look over here. Anyway, today I was gonna take out the tomatoes because we've had plenty of hard frosts and nothing good is gonna come of them after they've been frosted. Although, gosh, they sure do look healthy right now, don't they? But I was going to take those out today, and I might get to it before the rain comes down again. It's just that I have to pull out these poles, and it takes a while. It's hard. I don't know. I may not get to that today, but there's still fruit. Man, I tried a green tomato gratin for Thanksgiving, and it was a failure. I didn't like it. But then I didn't grow up eating green tomatoes. Maybe that's why. Let's check on the spinach. There's some spinach coming up. Real good. And then I was noticing the broccoli does not look... I might have to reseed this too. Here's the bed that we did on Wednesday. I don't expect to see any cabbage sprouting yet. And of course the failing carrot bed. Oh, the kale. I forgot to look at the kale. Yeah, so the new stuff I planted is coming up great. The fava beans look nice. But I will probably not let these fruit. I will probably cut them down before they fruit so that they improve the soil. This is where the hop vines are. And so I wanted the favas to add nitrogen. And if they fruit, then all the nitrogen goes into the fruiting. So I'll probably cut these down soon and just leave them to decay on the soil. So that's it this week. Not a lot happening in the garden. Typical for winter. It's a much slower growing season. But we sure did have a fun Thanksgiving week with our family. I hope you did too. I hope you had lots of good food, local food, organic food, regenerative food, food that makes you healthy and strong. food that makes you feel good about eating. And we'll see you next week. Bye.